very good evening to each and every one of you, and welcome to this week's episode of Your Manchester with me, Mr. Mark Llewellin.
And me, Miss Belinda Scandal.
How are you doing? Did you see what we did there?
What did we do?
We have done that for a reason, to tie into our lovely show this evening.
Have we?
Yes, we have.
I just did it.
Well, you're genius. Genius. Because today, everybody, we are doing all things Freaky Friday with an exclusive interview with many of the cast. Do you know anything about Freaky Friday?
Absolutely nothing.
Let me enlighten thee. There is a musical now that is at home.
Yes.
It is called Freaky Friday, and
Yes.
it's sensational, and we're going to be finding out more about that later. But in other news,
Yes.
what is on tonight's show, please?
Well, we're meeting the leader of Manchester City Council. That's Bev Craig.
What a nice person.
Yes.
You don't expect that for a councillor, do you?
No. And we're also going to be welcoming in two people from the LGBT Foundation.
Emma and Emma.
Yes, that's right. I
Emma
like
and
how
Emma.
you did that. That was very down with the youth.
Shabba.
Yes.
Everybody at home now just went shabba bitch.
That's marvellous.
That's my little
wasn't it?
catchphrase there. So it's all going on, isn't it?
Yes, it's
How has your week been, sir?
It's been not too bad, actually.
Good.
I've been to my first carol service.
Ah.
Yes, and I've another 6 to go to this week alone.
Oh, but I love a carol. Do you have a favourite carol?
I quite like Silent Night.
Do you?
Yes.
I like basking.
Oh, God. Right, okay.
It's a carol, is it not? Yeah.
It certainly is.
She was very good. I like her. Oh, what was your favourite, did you say?
What?
What did you say your favourite?
Silent Night.
Silent Night. Mine's always going to be Away in a Major.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, I always think of Silent Night when I'm with you. I don't know why.
Yes, I like donkeys. I really like donkeys. I like donkeys.
Yes, they speak very highly of you as well. Yes.
I met somebody that was hung like a donkey.
Moving
My
on.
Little pony. My little
Moving on.
I have had a non-stop week.
Have you?
A non-stop week. I'm working so hard.
Yes.
I'm exhausted. It kills me, to do 45 minutes work a day.
Well, I know you ran in here today. You just got off a train.
I just literally got off a train.
I didn't know if you were coming back from working or whether you were doing the trolley service.
From Lincoln.
Lincoln?
Lincoln. I didn't even know that place existed.
Well, Robin Hood used to wear Lincoln green, didn't he?
It's a very historical place.
Is it? Is that why they asked you there?
Yes, yes. And speaking of green, we met a lady today, didn't we?
Yes.
That was wearing all green.
She was.
But before we do that, we must quickly say
Yes,
we are wearing
we
our
are.
badges with pride, everybody.
Yes.
Yes, we are indeed, because it is, of course, today World AIDS Day, December the 1st. December the 1st.
December the 1st, I know.
God, where is the year
Oh,
gone?
no.
It's crazy.
Yes.
And it's very important to wear these.
Yep.
I feel it's very important. It's for a very important cause. It's all about awareness of a very strange time.
Yes.
And the fact that there is still some people in the world going through
Yeah.
that terrible disease.
And earlier in the year, we did 2 very special programs.
We did.
On this topic
Yeah.
with the George House Trust. And
Yeah.
if you look back on our YouTube page and all the rest of it, you'll find those 2 programs. If you haven't seen them, do watch.
HIV and Me Part 1 and Part 2.
That is correct.
Which might be hot winging its way to the library.
Yes.
Now, at the side of the library...
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but at the side of the library
Yes.
is offices for our very fair council.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, and one lady has been doing absolute wonders over the last how many years? 4 years? 4 years longer?
Yes. Isn't it the anniversary of her start
Today.
on the post today?
Today, yes, that's right. She's done wonders. Her name is Bev Craig, and well, we had a little chinwag.
Yes.
And to be honest, me and Mark, we just put it all out there and told her exactly what we want to go on, and she didn't really say no, did she?
Watch this.
So we've had an impromptu journey out, everybody, to speak to the leader of the council, Bev Craig. Everybody, how are you?
I'm good.
Was that right? Was that
Yes,
the
yeah,
title?
it was
Very good. So sometimes I'm a bit unique and special, me. What is your job?
So I'm the elected politician that runs the City of Manchester.
Mm-hmm.
So as leader of the council, there's 96 councillors. I'm in charge of all of that. So mostly it's everything that goes wrong in the city, people like to tell me.
Right.
But on a serious note, everything from children's services to parks to libraries, leisure centres, the economy, jobs, all of that falls under my job. I've got a budget of nearly 2 billion capital and revenue every year, and it's my job to make Manchester better.
And will that budget go up now? Because I think we heard, what's his name? Mr. Burnham, he was speaking about more money coming into Manchester.
Yeah, so one of the things that we've said, and we've done this with the Labour government, so the last government cut places like Manchester, because, for all our lovely skyscrapers and the great stuff we've got in our city, we've still got too many people that don't have enough money in their pockets. So we're still quite a deprived city. And the new government have said, well, they're going to put back the weighting of giving money to deprived places rather than it just all going to posh places down south. Right. So we will end up with more cash in this budget from the new Labour government than I think we've seen since 2010, which means I can put that into youth services, parks, libraries, cleaning the streets, kind of those kind of things that matter to people.
We need more libraries, don't we? I like a library.
Oh, yes.
If nothing better than the smell. Do you know what I mean? It's that book smell, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Musty.
Musty.
A bit like sharing a dressing room.
Manchester libraries do not smell musty.
Well, I can assure you our dressing room does.
Well, I don't want to think about that.
No, I wouldn't think about that.
So most people might think, why get into politics? It's not easy. So what attracted you?
No, it's not, and it certainly wasn't for the glamour or the money, to be fair. But I think for me, so I wasn't actually born in Manchester. I came to Manchester in 2003 for uni. Sounds like a bit of a cliche, but I'd seen Queer as Folk in the telly. I quite fancied coming to Manchester, so came for university and stayed ever since. Wasn't really involved in politics. I'd always been involved in LGBT activism. So from a young age in Belfast, kind of came out probably a bit too early. Got involved in kind of gay and lesbian groups over there at the time. Heavily involved in LGBT plus organisations in Manchester. And then I think it was in 2009 where, I don't know if you remember, but Nick Griffin looked like he was about to win the MEP seat with the rise of the BNP. And it was one of those things for me. I'd always had something to say for myself. Never really knew about organised politics, but thought, well, actually, maybe you sort of need to put yourself, commit yourself to a cause a bit and sort of channel your energy. Joined the Lib Party in 2009 and then first got elected as a councillor in Burnage. It was some chap called Carl Astonby that you would never have heard of.
Never heard of him, no.
Back in 2011. Yes. So, and then it went from there and I really enjoyed it. And I think what I enjoyed was making a practical difference. Started doing it full time from 2017, where I took over running all of the health, social care and wellbeing services in the city, led the city through the pandemic. And then my predecessor, Richard, had done this job for 25 years, announced he was retiring, and I chucked my hat in the ring.
So what is it that you strive to improve on a daily basis being in charge of kind of Manchester?
So I suppose there's two things for me. The first is kind of, you have to make Manchester feel like a great place to live. And it might sound really transactional, but getting the basic things right, having cleaner streets, kind of having a city that everyone's proud of, they think, what, I'm proud to be from here. The second thing for me is probably a bit more of a kind of moral mission type thing about making it just a fairer city. The way I see how our city's changed over the last 20 years, we've brought more jobs and opportunities here, we've started to change how the economy goes, but too many people are still living in poverty. So our job and the big challenge for the next decade is make sure that this growing, fantastic, world-class city delivers benefits for everybody, not just people that are attracted to Manchester where we are now. So I think it's a healthy mixture of the few. Make Manchester brilliant to be in the now, and also make it better in the future.
Oh, I like that very much indeed. Now then, you mentioned LGBT activism. What would you change within that area then? What would you like to see improved?
So I think for me, and it's a conversation that we have a lot, I think too many people, and this includes people in our community actually, that always feel that progress is this linear thing and it's always going to happen. And I think, we've seen at the minute that that's not a given. You see across Europe, countries that are going backwards. You see some of the toxic debates that shouldn't even be a debate around trans people and their lives that we see across the country at the minute. So I think for me, the key thing is the fight's not over, it's different.
Is there any way, when you come out of the church venue, and you cross that very busy road, do you think we could get a pedestrian crossing there, perhaps, maybe?
So I think that's a really good point, because we've been doing quite a bit of work with village businesses around how we can make it safer and a bit nicer. And I've been working on God love them. They've been banging the drum for years and it's taken us a long time, but thinking about Bloom Street and thinking about other areas as well. So I think we can definitely have a look at that because
It's a bit dangerous.
and it's
isn't
such a
it?
busy road.
Yeah, it's very busy.
And there is a certain time of night when
Yeah.
people come out and it's
Yeah.
a bit like skittles crossing the road. So
it is.
no, I'll have a look at that.
Thanks very much. You witnessed that there. Here.
Nicely done, nicely done.
Very nicely done. Whilst we're here, where are we with Manchester Pride for 2026?
Wow. So we
Because
had
it's been a bit of a debacle, really, all of a sudden, hasn't it?
God, I know. So look, we've said really clearly, like Manchester needs Pride.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it needs Manchester Pride Limited. It means that there needs to be a parade, there needs to be kind of an epic and iconic bank holiday weekend, and there needs to be loads of stuff going on across the city that lifts up some of the fab charities that we have. So we've kind of announced a bit of a task force to pull people together, bang heads together. We've said that the council will take a role in convening.
Yeah.
But look, I've been around long enough to know that there is not one view within our fantastically diverse LGBT plus communities as to what Manchester Pride should be.
No.
And I think there's a quick job to do around kind of bringing some of those ideas together. You know, the kind of things that we hear is that, you know, people want it to be more community focused. People really enjoy the village bit of it. You know, there'll be some stuff to work through. How do you cope with 100,000 people if you don't have security, if you don't have barriers? You know, one of the things that, you know, and it doesn't have to be an expensive ticket price, but if the council's legally going to allow kind of on-street drinking, you kind of need to have a bit of an enclosed area for it. So there's probably some things that we have to do to explain to people how complicated it is to put an event like that on.
How would you envisage changing Manchester over the next 20 years? And so if you popped back, 20 years time, what would you be looking at?
So I think we're going to still keep growing population-wise. We've got a really exciting house building programme. We're kind of on track with the current plan of building 36,000 new homes. And 10,000 of those are sort of your genuinely affordable kind of council and social housing. So a bit of something for everyone. You know, often people think when we're building houses, we just mean fancy flats in the city centre.
Greenhouses.
Yeah, but it's houses everywhere. You know, and to me, we've built the first, and we've started on site with the first social housing in Manchester city centre in 40 years.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's incredible.
Will they be red brick or glass?
Oh, well, I like a mixture. So I don't mind a bit of glass. I know it's controversial.
The only thing that I would say about that is, just putting my dabs in on this, is that it's beginning to look like the opening titles of Dallas.
Fine, okay, noted.
Is that?
So I would say some of them, don't worry.
Yes.
Plenty of them will be brick.
There we go. That's all I need.
Plenty will be brick. I think, you know, there's a place, the Renniker Towers and those beside them, Deansgate Square, they're always going to be a bit glass and shiny. But there is something, it's a bit of a side step, but like architecturally, like Manchester's history means that we probably don't have the same amount of beautiful buildings as other places. We've got some and they're great, you know, but the fact that we were such a small city for a long time means that we've had a bit of catch up. So we've had loads of spare land. So definitely loads more houses and a growing population. I think we're really making waves in kind of modern music and culture. You know, we're seeing really successful venues do really well. But there's also, for me, something a bit around the quality of life. In 20 years' time, looking back, you know, more green spaces, a growing city but connected to nature. We've got this ambitious plan, sign lines, 100 miles of nature, starting in the city centre and growing out, and making it just a great place to live.
Listen, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you. Well, we are here at the venue here in the heart of our city, simply known as home. Now, we've been invited to a rehearsal. Now, apparently this is the first time the cast of this show, known as Freaky Friday, will actually hear themselves with the orchestra. So we're very excited. I believe it's called a Wurzel Gummidge probe or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, we're here for Freaky Friday, which is running from the 27th of November to the 10th of January and stars Rebecca Locke and Jenna Panjar, everybody. And we are excited. We need to see what it's all about. Come and check us out now with Freaky Friday. Catchy tunes galore. We've just seen your, what did he call it? A wonder probe?
It's a Wundle probe, yeah.
A wundle?
Yeah, Wundle.
I think it was a wonderful probe, to be honest with you. It was very, very good indeed. Some catchy songs. We've only heard two.
Yeah, there's loads more in there. Really good ones.
And every single one is a banger. They're
It is?
so good,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah.
So how would you sum this kind of storyline up for those that are stupid and haven't seen Jamie Lee Curtis in this wonderful film that's now a musical?
Well, basically, the mother and the daughter swap bodies, their souls swap
Oh.
for a whole day. And there's a lot going on. Mum's getting married the next day. The daughter's got a lot of stuff going on in school, and they have to swap lives and learn about each other.
Right.
And then they learn to appreciate each other by the end when they swap back. Or do they swap back? Who knows?
Who knows?
Because it's an interesting dynamic, isn't it, to swap mother and daughter around?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the mother would have been kind of doing what the daughter was doing when she was younger, would she?
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, but I think the
Ellie's
mother's
quite
very-
she's not like all like your regular easygoing teen. She's quite hard work. I think
Right.
she's going through that phase. So I think maybe they don't quite align.
So we've just managed to find 3 of the fabulous cast, and we've just been treated to. Well, it's never been done or seen properly like that, has it? On the with the orchestra.
No, it's the first time we've heard the orchestra as well. So
What does that feel like?
It feels amazing.
Yeah?
They sound fantastic. These guys sound fantastic. It's going to be great.
There was only 5 of them, but it sounds like there's like 50 of them.
Yeah, it's incredible the things you can do.
It's amazing. isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, it's amazing. We've been working basically just with a keyboard.
Yeah.
So to hear that today is just, it's always a moment in the process where you go, this is just amazing.
And you're playing the grandma in this.
I am.
How somebody so young as yourself?
Oh, I like you.
There we are, see.
Well, it's because we're all multi-rolling. So I'm playing a bit of everything. So I'm playing grandma, I'm playing one of the teachers, and I'm playing Mrs. Time, who has the hourglass.
Lovely. The hourglass.
The hourglass.
Oh, that infamous hourglass.
Absolutely.
We've been playing. We got sent one.
Did
We
you?
got sent an hourglass. Yeah, we got sent one. We've been playing with it. We've been keeping everybody to time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does it work?
So, anyway, who are you playing in this then?
I'm playing Mike, the stepfather to Ellie and Fletcher. Yeah.
Which is kind of a pivotal character, but a character that kind of intervenes with where the story could go.
Yes, indeed. He wants to be a family man. He's adopted this family, and he's just an all-round genuine nice guy. But what I think is nice about his character is that he comes good in the end. I think he gets treated quite badly throughout the whole thing, but he still maintains, his want to be this family man, and in the end, he comes good. So
what would you say is the general vibe of this show then? What should people be expecting? What should people be kind of feeling?
People should be expecting a romp, a musical comedy romp. Yeah, it's got love in it. It's got family. It's got some banging tunes.
Hanging tune.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic night out.
No Santa's the shears, and Santa knows just how it is. Oh, parents are.
And is there a musical you've taken on yet where you've not got one of the great big ballads?
I seem to get them, don't I?
You do get them.
Who doesn't love a ballad
Well,
then?
no, I love it. I love it.
She doesn't just do ballads. She has some funky ones too.
Oh, I get to move a bit in
You've
this
had a
one.
bit of a
Yeah,
jig.
you're having a good old boogie.
A little bit, a little bit. She gets her hips out, doesn't she?
Yeah.
We last saw you in the Steps musical,
Yes,
where literally everybody was dancing up and down the aisles.
I know, it was wonderful.
Is this show going to be one where people can dance up and down the aisles?
Well, if you want to get up and dance at the end, then go for it.
At the end, everybody. Yes, not halfway through. The good thing about a show that kind of not too many people know as yet is that they won't be joining in where
Exactly,
they're
they
not
don't
meant
know
to.
the lyrics,
Yeah.
like in Steps, where
Yeah.
I was literally people singing along.
Gosh.
It was a tragedy, wasn't it?
It was.
But with the success of Freaky Friday, is it important that Freaky Friday gets reclaimed?
Oh, 100%. Freaky Friday did so well when it first came out. I remember it when it first came out.
The original.
The original, not
74.
the original. But what's beautiful about this is, putting music to that in fantastic film. I think it adds another element of excitement for everybody to come and see. And I think that's what's going to be the hit factor, is the great music that we have in this as well.
And how does it feel for you being part of something that's being hyped to the hilt and being talked about all around our lovely city?
It feels amazing. It's Manchester is a fantastic city. It's just so great to be here. The vibes are immaculate. So to be here with a show like this and with some gorgeous people, honestly, it's amazing.
And in a beautiful theatre as well.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Never been here before, never seen this theatre. I've played the Palace before, but not this.
Yeah.
And in fact, I didn't even know it was here, if I'm honest.
Well, that's the problem though, isn't
Yeah.
it? Nobody does until hit shows like this come here.
Yeah, and then sort of walking out on stage and seeing it in the auditorium, and I've got friends who live here, and they're like, they are the comfiest seats in a theatre you will ever sit in. So come for the comfy seats, if nothing else.
Crazy, hilarious, and love.
Fantasy.
Family,
Yes,
bonkers,
yes.
joy,
Freaky.
And that's what we need here at home from the 27th of November to the 10th of January. We're looking forward to this. Check it out and get your tickets now, if you can. Well, doesn't that look brilliant?
It absolutely does.
It's going to be amazing music. And next week, by the way, we'll be
Yes.
speaking to the musical director of that very show, who, strangely enough, you know, because we like to do things quite famously,
Yes.
wrote our theme tune.
George Strickland.
Josh Strickland, everybody. He'll be speaking to us on next week's episode.
Absolutely fabulous.
Yes. But back to this week's episode.
Yes.
And we continue our delve into the wonderful work of the LGBT Foundation. And joining us now is two more people from that.
Yes.
It is a foundation. Let me tell you, there's about 90,000 people.
And there's a sort of conveyor belt,
Yes.
and every week 2 new ones come along.
Yes. And strangely, they don't come back.
No, that's true. But then we get a lot of that with our guests.
We do. It's very true. Very true. So introduce yourselves.
Hi, we can come back next week.
Oh.
I'm Emine. I go with M and I use she, her pronouns, and I manage the Talking Therapies program in LGBT Foundation.
Right.
Hi, I'm Emma. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm the marketing manager for LGBT Foundation.
Fabulous. So that's
Sick.
two M's.
Yeah,
And
we are
I'm an M.
M&M.
And you're an M.
And I've heard people call you things below.
That's normally a C, isn't it? Yes.
Anyway.
So, talking therapies then.
Yes.
Tell us what that means.
So in Foundation, we offer 8 sessions model of talking therapies, and that's mainly based around providing safe space for anyone that is part of LGBTQ plus community. And it's essentially a space where people can explore what they're going through and what they have been through in a place that's non-judgmental and safe for them to explore themselves and grow.
So this is people who come together. It's like a group thing, is it?
We have group therapy as well as one-to-one. So our main offer is one-to-one, but we do also run group therapy offers, yeah.
It's important to speak one-to-one, isn't it? I don't think I'd be much good in a group.
No, I think you dominate.
I think
They'd be taking you out and giving you a talking to.
as long as I get me orange juice and my vitamins, I'm not fussed. So what therapies are we talking about then? What is it that they're coming to you to speak to, either one-to-one or as a group about?
I think most of the time the common themes are around coming out, because it's one of those things that never really ends in our lives.
Yeah.
And mostly also talking about relationships, different dynamics, and navigating life. So yeah, and we mainly work with person-centered therapy, but we do also have CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy practitioners, and we have about 40 therapists. So different range of experience and qualifications. Yeah.
So is there a waiting list or?
There is, yeah. You can refer to us by directly through our website, or you can be referred through any other professionals that you've been in contact with. And we do have a waiting list where you are assessed to make sure that you are coming through to the correct pathway with us. And we're looking at about like 10 months of waiting, unfortunately, at the moment.
But it is very important to talk, isn't it?
I think it's getting more of a thing, but I think a few years ago, people, especially men, they just didn't want to speak about their feelings, did they?
No.
Whereas I don't stop banging on about them.
No, it's very boring. But strangely enough, I did go to a dinner thing on Friday night, and that was a men's group.
Right.
Where they just talk about anything at all.
And were they talking about their feelings, though?
They were talking about their feelings and their lives and things. And we were saying in it, you know, but a lot of people were saying, I would never tell anybody that I come to this.
Yeah. So there is still a bit of stigma around it, isn't there? Being able to talk about your feelings, yeah.
And is it just the feelings that you how does it work then? So, for instance, if there's somebody watching now that wants to come to talk to you, but, you know, they'll put the usual mindset in place where they go, actually, I'm not going to do that because what will it... That's the answer, innit? Won't do anything anyway. It's embarrassing and I don't want to talk. How do you kind of coach them into saying it's okay?
I think it's very important to when we're doing our allocations and matching a therapist to a service user, we make sure that we're matching it based on common experience. So we want to match people with a therapist who has either have a lived experience or worked in a field where the client wants to talk about. So I think we're really good at that match. So initially, when you're actually sitting in front of someone, you're already coming from a place of you've got something in common. You know that you're speaking to someone who understands, who has, who's either part of the community or a very strong ally. So already knows, has a knowledge around what the community is going through and has been through.
Yes, and so there's the website with
There
lots
is.
and lots of information on it, isn't there? So that might be a
Yes.
first port of call to explore what's on there.
Yeah, exactly. Our website is, I guess, like a one-stop shop for information about all of our services and how you can self-refer to a lot of them. It's also a place where people go for the first time if they're having trouble maybe describing themselves, or maybe they want to help a relative or a family member or a friend who might be experiencing dysphoria or maybe coming out. So that tends to be like the first port of call that people go through, or sometimes it's our helpline. And then through there, they kind of access our community, they come to some of our events, and then they become really like embedded in the work that we do. And it's really nice to kind of see people go from potentially being quite nervous about their identity or interacting with the rest of the community, to sometimes at the other end becoming volunteers with us and wanting to give back.
So we'll put all the details along the bottom of
Yes.
the screen. And we've got loads and loads of more interviews with the LGBT. It's 50 years.
I know.
50 years.
Yes. If only we had been working for just the 50 years.
I'd be happy with 15, to be honest with you. How would you not? Hey, would you not? So many things. People get in contact with you. They can do it via the website. There's also a helpline number on there as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
And these people can actually, if they're feeling a bit out of sorts, they can actually come and speak to people, and I think that's very important, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, our helpline is always a good place to start with. I think most of the time, if you're not necessarily sure what it is that you're looking for as well, it's really good to pick up the phone and just be like, this is what I'm going through.
It's forever growing, the LGBT Foundation.
Yes, and there's
Adapting
things
and
to come
diversifying.
to go to and all the rest of it.
There
There's
is.
the carol service at the cathedral, isn't there, on
Yeah,
the 15th?
yep.
And I shall be there representing us.
I should be doing some bingo.
Yes, you will. Yeah, you're doing some bingo that night time at the cathedral.
I've missed so much
with
that
our
week, you know.
director.
So much that week.
Don't worry, we'll carry on without you.
Well, delightful. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having
Well,
us.
there we go. Another
Yes.
full-on show,
It
fully
certainly
ended
is.
and done-did.
Yes, that
Yes.
is correct.
Who's on next week's show, Mr. Mark Llewellin? Do you have?
Well, I know we're going to be talking next week to a hippopotamus. So that's going to be interesting, isn't it?
I thought you were talking to
What?
a gigantic crocodile.
No, the hippopotamus is appearing on stage with a gigantic crocodile.
You'll have to get through this, Link. You'll have to be snappy.
And we're also talking Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit.
Yes, that's right. What else?
And we've also got the lovely interview, as we mentioned, with George Strickland, who's
Yes,
currently
we are.
bashing his keys.
Is he
Bashing his keys and playing his organ over at home.
blowing on anything, is he, or not?
Well-
Just keys.
It's just keys. He's just very good with his fingers. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what
That's
that is.
quite Wallace and Gromit,
I
actually.
thought it was a salesman. Someone was coming through.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, I did that. But make sure you check out our website as well. We've got loads of information
Yes.
about the LGBT Foundation and loads.
Follow us on
besides.
Tickery Tockery and all kinds of things.
We've not done that for a while, have we? Yes, indeed. It's all going on for you on Manchester's #1 talk show. That is, of course, Your
Your
Manchester.
Manchester.